Hello everyone, hello, and welcome to today's training session. This is Roger D, and I am super excited to be here with you. First thing is first, if you can hear me loud and clear, please give me a big yes in the chat box. Very good to hear from you guys. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so we've got a packed house here today. Lots of people joining us, lots of people excited. Very, very cool. You know, we've noticed that some of you guys have been purchasing credits, text message credits left, right, and center from us, so it's nice to see you guys installing the application and absolutely doing well with it. Who here has started sending text messages? Write me in the chat box if you have installed this and you're sending out text messages. And the system is up and running. So Wasim is doing it. Very, very cool. John is in. He's setting up some text messages as well. Julie. All right. Very cool. Rock is saying, me, I've already made over $500 with the application. Woohoo. That's what I love to hear. That's what I love to hear. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. All right, so we are going to get you guys up and running. You're going to learn everything that you need to know about this SMS text messaging platform for e-commerce. I want to welcome you guys to the SAR training system. Today is going to be very, very cool. It's not going to be a 2-hour webinar here. I don't need to spend 2 hours here with you guys. I can give you the gist. I can give you everything in under an hour here today. The software is the most powerful thing, and we are going to go through it here today and share with you guys some of my secrets. I also have, and he can maybe come in and say a little quick hello. I've got David Lemarié. David's an old friend of mine. I've known David now probably for 7-8 years. He's a good old French guy from Quebec. He lives about 4 or 5 hours away from me. I've loved the guy. He's been a very good friend. He's one of the best programmers I've ever met in my entire life. And he is the brainchild behind this idea. So David, if you want to just come in and say a quick hello to everyone, that'd be good. We can test out your audio as well. So David, how are you doing today?
Hey guys, I'm fine, thanks, and you?
We're all doing great. Your sound is coming through loud and clear as well. David, the only thing I can ask from you is to look at the chat. You know, some people might have a hard time accessing the software or something like that. So David will be manning the chat. It's a quick question. David's going to be in the chat as well to help you guys out. All right, so let's get going, okay? Let's get going, all right? First of all, one of the things that I want you guys to know, and this is the same thing every single time we do these events, these live trainings and stuff like that, I just want you guys to know that we appreciate you. Another thing that we are adding, constantly adding to this platform, David's constantly working on it. One of the cool things that we are adding in the next couple of days is scheduling. So you'll now be able to schedule broadcast within the platform. So say, okay, all these abandoned checkouts, I want to send out a text message to all my abandoned checkouts every 3 days or every 4 days. Or, oh, I'm going to have a promo on Friday at 8 o'clock, so I want to text message every one of my subscribers list at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, PM, and you'll be able to set up broadcast within the software. So that's in the works. David is working with that, and he's going to have that done hopefully in no time. So here's what we're going to cover here today. So how has Roger, myself, been using SAR 3 ways for massive amounts of sales? I'm talking over $100,000 in sales in the last couple of weeks alone using SAR in my own store. I'm going to share with you guys how to set up your account properly, how to set up your triggers properly. I'm going to share with you guys how to set up your discounts, how to get the most out of your abandoned carts. So what's the best method that I've found that's really worked well, and how to know why people aren't buying. Okay, so let's say you've got a new store and you've got a lot of add to carts and a lot of abandoned checkouts. This little application can actually really give you some insight on what the hell's going on with your store, which is very, very cool. So let me just go in here and share with you guys. This is installed on one of our test stores. We don't really use the store much. It's basically just to test out this application. We built a quick store, and we're using it on here and driving traffic. So this is a test store that we're using. and I just wanted to share with you guys how this works. So the first thing that's going to happen is when you log in, you're going to see this dashboard, and it's not going to be empty. You're obviously not going to have any subscribers probably when you first log in. You won't have any SMS delivered, things like that. You won't have any clicks. You won't have any sales because it's brand new. So when you first start off, you want to make sure that you set your things up, you set up your accounts properly. One of the things that will allow you to monetize this application the most will be a few things, actually. It'll be the abandonment checkouts, and it will be the after buying experience for your customer. So I'm going to share with you guys those two techniques, and then there's also going to be broadcasts, which you should do every 3 or 4 days with a special deal, something new in your store, something exciting, something to bring people back to your store, okay? So let's go through all the left-hand side, and if I need help, David's going to be there. I'm not, a true expert at this app. I didn't build it per se. I'm not the programmer. So we have David here. There's some additional features that I haven't even started playing with because it's so new, and David's always updating it with incredible stuff. So let's first go into the subscribers tab. And the reason I want to go in here is I want you guys to understand what this tab does, okay? What is the subscribers tab? Well, here's the thing. The subscribers tab is basically a place where you are going to see all of your subscribers, okay? So how do people come onto this subscribers tab? So maybe we can bring David in. Maybe you can shed a bit of light here. But David, in the actual subscribers tab, does the system automatically bring in all of your abandoned checkouts, or do you actually have to synchronize them? Or how do users get added to the subscribers tab? Is it just by importing a CSV, or by importing directly from Shopify, or is it as the application is installed? So let's say you install the application now, and every other abandoned checkout that comes in, they automatically go into your subscribers. So maybe explain to us very quickly how the subscriber tab works and how people actually get in there.
Yeah, so the first time you install the application, you don't see this tab. They ask you to import firstly. Right. So you can import, or you can synchronize with your store. So,
okay. So when you first log in, you won't see your subscribers, like your actual past abandonment checkouts. Is that correct?
Exactly. You need to synchronize, and our subscriber will be automatically added when you send the SMS. But actually, you will not add any subscriber into your application.
Okay. So how do you do that? Okay. So here's how you do that. When you first set up the application, what I want you to do, like if you have a running store and it's active and it's going, the first thing that I want you to do is to actually create what's called an import, okay, of your buyers. Okay, so I want you to import your buyers. Your buyers are some of your most valuable assets. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to import people who have placed an order. Okay, so and you can do in the last week, in the last month, if you want to keep it a little bit fresh. Or you can go, and specify a date. So I don't know if you want to be text messaging buyers from 8 months ago. Okay, I don't know if that's the best thing you would want to do. If you want to start using the application and really, maximizing the dollar value, as you're sending out a text message, one of the things that you're going to want to do is to keep a very fresh list of subscribers. So I would recommend that when you first get in here, if you have some subscribers, quite a few subscribers, I would say that if I were you, I would want to go about the last 30 days. So what do I mean by subscribers? I mean abandonment checkouts. Like if you're getting, 5 or 10 abandonment checkouts every single day, that's like 300 people a month. So you probably have about 300 people in there already. So, sorry about that, placed an order. So if you're getting, 5, 10, 15 orders a day, those are buyers, those are customers. You probably have a lot of those, okay? You probably have a lot of those. So what I want you to do is you can, I would set it up for the last month. You could even go, if we're in December right now, you could even go the last 2 months, okay? That would probably be okay as well. So you could do that. You can say, you know, on this date or before this date, okay? Or you can say on this date or after this date, okay? So if I go on and after, I can say anyone who, you know, bought on October 1st and after that, add them into our list. And here's what I would do. I would call this, you know, buyers. I'm having an issue with my... Okay, I would call this buyers. Maybe say buyers, you know, October 1st to whatever date, December 7th. Okay, so you can do that, and then if you click here, you can launch synchronization, and by doing that, it's going to synchronize subscribers. So it's going to add these subscribers into the system, and as we refresh here, you'll see that that list is getting bigger and bigger because it's synchronizing all the buyers. Okay. So before I move on, does this make sense? Does this part here make sense? This is a subscribers list. You can then start, you know, blasting out to these subscribers and creating broadcasts and stuff like that. Okay. So this is basically for your buyers. Okay. This is you know, for buyers. Maybe you're generating you know, telephone numbers from other applications. So maybe you're using like Wheelio, or maybe you've got a list of, you know, of leads that you've generated where they're not buyers, but they have a telephone number and a name and an email. What you can do is you can click on the import button here, and you can import a CSV file of the name and telephone number of your leads. They don't have to be buyers. And by doing that, it's actually going to upload that file in there, and it's going to add them to your subscribers that you can start sending out text messages. So your subscribers are only for broadcasts when you want to send out a broadcast to those subscribers. So you need to understand that subscribers, okay, are different than abandoned checkouts. Abandoned checkouts is like another part of that platform, okay? And I'm going to show you that part of the platform in just a minute. So basically, again, this is very powerful stuff. You can synchronize your buyers, okay? And David, is there a way to maybe add this so it's automatically done at the end of the day? I think that would be a great little thing to add, that, you know, at midnight it automatically syncs all the buyers so that you're constantly growing your subscribers list. Is that an option?
Yeah, actually, with the broadcast scheduling, I would like to add automatically synchronization with the Shopify subscribers. So yes, it will be possible to synchronize and schedule the synchronization as well.
Perfect. It'd be great even if, like, as soon as a buyer came in, it was automatically added to the subscribers list. I think that would be a great feature.
Actually, it's already done like that. If you have an automation campaign.
Perfect. Okay. So as David said, when buyers are coming in, they automatically go into subscribers. He's going to make sure that it syncs and stuff like that, so you guys don't have to synchronize it all the time. But as you can see, we synchronized it right here. And we've got 395. So it's synchronizing. So if you don't have any campaigns going, it's not doing it. So David's going to set it up so that the subscribers are always going to be updated with your buyers. Now here's the cool thing. As I did this, I added a tag, okay, a buyer tag. And I think it's because it's not finished. Filter subscribers tagged with. Okay, so if you wanted to send a message out just to the buyers, you could do that. So see, when I do buyers, it brings up all my buyers, okay, that we've tagged. So I'm going to show you guys. So let's say that, I don't know, you sold a special item. I don't know. Let's say you sold a specific canvas or something like that. You can upload a CSV file, okay? So you download all your buyers for that one canvas. You can upload a CSV file with telephone numbers, and then you can tag, you know, when you're importing it, you can actually tag that with the specific, you know, painting or whatever you've sold, so that you can separate the two, which is pretty cool. So again, when you're importing anything, you can tag things, and then when you're creating broadcasts, you can say, hey, I just want to send a broadcast to people who bought, and let's say you tag them with pink painting, you can send a broadcast only to those that are tagged with the keyword pink painting, okay? So I just want to make sure that you guys get this. Give me a big yes in the chat box if you understand this part. And if you're arriving late, we're recording this. It's going to be uploaded in the members area. Don't worry. But give me a big yes if this makes sense. This subscribers area is for you to upload lists, okay, of telephone numbers and names. Just make sure that, you know, they're your customers, they're your abandonment checkouts, that you're not, you know, downloading data somewhere and mass text messaging. And the other thing is that it's basically for your buyers. It's a great way to upload your buyers into the system, and as soon as you've got new products to sell, as soon as you've got a new promotion that you want to send out, you can do it through this platform, okay? You can set it up through this platform and start doing text messages. All right, very, very cool. So next thing I want to take a quick look at is the inbox. The inbox is basically a one-stop place to see what people are replying to. So if people are replying to stop, if they want to remove themselves from your text messaging list, if people are saying, hey, where do I order this? How do I do that? So this is a place that you can see what's going on as far as what people are replying back, right? So if I go here and I go over this, you can actually see if I click on view conversation, you know, he's just saying thank you, okay? So thanks for sending me that discount, okay? So if you keep going through these, you'll see conversations, all right? So he's just saying unsubscribe me, okay? But if they say, hey, I'm looking for this size, that, blah, 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 there's a better way of doing it. I'm going to show you in just a minute. Activities is just what's going on, okay? Here's how this system works. Look at this. We uploaded 236 Shopify subscribers, okay, through the buyers, which is pretty cool. But here's how the system works. Basically, when someone comes to purchase something, they enter their name, their telephone number, their address, they hit next, and they're in the cart, and we have their phone number and all of their data. The system keeps pinging Shopify and verifying Shopify, and it verifies it based on the time that you set up in your automation. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. So I like to set my automation for abandonment carts to 15 minutes. If there is still an abandoned cart after 15 minutes, to me that's a sign that, hey, listen, you know, they're not buying. So I need to make them a sweet-ass deal for them to actually complete their order. So it's for you to know your profit margins here. Like I know my profit margin on my product is about 60%. Okay, so about 60% of what I'm selling is that profit. So if I'm selling an item at $149, okay, my wall art, at $149, my cost on that is about 60 bucks. So I know that my profits, I make about $80 to $90 a sale. So for me to give away a 30% discount, a 35% discount, I'm still in the money because, listen, it's free money. These guys are not buying, okay? They might buy in a month or two or something like that, but most people are not buying if they're at that stage, okay? So if the system is constantly looking, it's going to look at, here it says, if I look at the log here, so someone starts to fill up an order, and it looks like gibberish here. This is all David talk, programmers talk. But what it basically does is as soon as Shopify sends in a cart, someone enters their information, it goes into SMS rescue, and it goes into a queue that says, hey, in 15 minutes, I want you to check back and see if the order was completed, okay? If the order is not completed, then I want you to send out a text message, okay? See here, it says new checkout initiated, okay? Checking in 15 minutes if the phone number is available, okay? And if they actually checked out. So very, very cool. So that's what happens. If they've checked out, then it won't send the abandonment cart checkout message. It'll send the upsell message, and if they don't check out, then it's going to offer them a great deal, okay? So give me an OMG in the chat box if you think that's pretty damn cool, okay? Very, very cool stuff, okay? So it's going to automatically...
Sorry, Roger. I think I'm not seeing the chat, so if you can grant me access, I will be able to...
Oh, yeah. Give me a sec here. Let me see if I can do that. I think it just needs to put you under organizer. I see questions coming in here, so... All right, that should work for David. Okay, now, people are giving me a big OMG, OMG. Okay, all right, people are going nuts. So here's how you set these very powerful automation setups, okay? So we're going to click on automation, all right? And in here, if you first log in, you won't have anything like this, but you're going to hit create campaign. And here is SMS Rescue, okay? Here's how this works. Here's the genius. I'm going to grab a sip of my drink here. Gotta love a good old energy drink with some creatine in there for the workout. Very good. All right. So here's how we do this. Very, very simple, guys, okay? Very, very simple. Here we go. We're going to create our first abandonment checkout campaign. So here we go. I'm going to go here, and we're going to start by giving this a name. So I'm going to call this Abandon Checkouts Webinar Test. Okay? You can call this Abandon Checkouts or whatever. The next thing that you're going to do is when you're inside of Shopify, and let me just log into Shopify into our test store. I'm just going to log in here because I want to show you guys really how this works. One sec, guys. Okay, so when you're in your Shopify store, one of the things that you will want to do is set up your discounts. So I'm in my Shopify store. If I click on discounts, you're going to see here that you can set up a discount. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on create a discount, and I'm going to call this one, let's say we're going to call this save 20%, okay? I've noticed that if I offer a 20% discount, I will get a lot of people to come back and purchase. 20% seems pretty big to people, and they seem to find it very exciting when I do that. So I've tested 20% seems to be a really good number for us. So I'm in my Shopify store right now. I'm setting up a discount code, and it's going to be a percentage code, and it's going to be 20% off, okay, on the entire order. There's nothing else you need to do. Just call it, save 20 or whatever, give it a discount, and only use that coupon code for your abandoned checkouts, okay? It's pretty cool to see. I know that David's created some amazing tracking within SMS Rescue, but I do like to have one coupon for one action, okay, so that I can come back into Shopify as well and compare the numbers compared to, to David's system as well. So I like to use just one option there for that. So once I do that, I'm going to hit save, and that save 20 discounts already exists. Okay, so it already exists. We've already done that in this store, but if you hit save and you've never done that, it's going to create a save 20 discount, which will give people a 20% discount. So that's how you set up your coupons within Shopify first, so that when you're back into your SMS Rescue platform, you can grab that discount, okay? So here's how we set up the next step. So in here, one of the great things with our software is you can drag in people's first name. And people find it a lot better, much better if you use their first name. It just looks more personal. You get better open rates. If someone sees a text message that says, hey, hey James, hey Bill, hey Julie, you tend to open it more. You want to read it more. It's more personal. So David's created a first name integration in here that you can add directly inside of the of here. So if this isn't there, okay, so let's say you remove this, you can add this by clicking here, and it's going to add the code. Okay, so if you wanted to say like good day, and then you hit first name, it's going to add the first name code to this. Okay, so I usually just keep it like that. Hi, first name. Now, when you're setting up abandonment checkouts, you want it to be quick and easy. You want to give them the value, and you want to remind them why the hell you're texting them. Remind them. They need to be reminded, okay? So how does this work? Very simple. What I usually do is I say, and we have a kids' toy store here that we're testing out. So, hey first name, I noticed you tried to purchase a kids' toy from our online store, but never completed your purchase. Here's a 20% coupon if you complete your purchase within 24 hours. Okay, so I put a bit of a scarcity there, and I say, I write here, activate coupon, click, and then watch this. I'm going to click on checkout URL. This is very, very powerful. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick and choose what coupon that we want. So we created Save 20, which is 20% off. And there are 3 options here that are mind-boggling. I'm going to give you guys the one I've been using the most. So stay on the abandonment checkout page. So if that's the case, when they click that link, they're going to go back to their abandonment checkout page, okay? So that is very powerful for a campaign because they just go back to their cart and they can just quickly finish their order. They won't have to enter all their name, their address, their email address, their phone number, their shipping address. Everything's going to be pre-filled based on Shopify, okay? So if you do that, I recommend that you do that for like, instant, like 15 minutes. Like you want to do this for people that know they've done this. You don't want to send out a text message to someone who purchased 2 months, who abandoned a cart 2 months ago and send them back into the cart and they don't really know what the hell they bought. But 15 minutes later, when they get that text message, they'll go, oh yeah, I know what this is. I know what this is. I'm going to, they're giving me a great deal. I'm going to finish my order, okay? If you are sending abandonment checkouts to like older checkout, like if you're doing and I'm going to show you how to do that, but if you're doing a broadcast to your old abandoned checkouts, you should be sending them to the either the first product page in their cart. So the first product that they chose to go in their cart, they're actually going to go back to that page and revisit the product. And the coupon is going to be automatically added to their cart. So they don't have to find the coupon area. They don't have to enter the coupon. It's going to be automatically inputted with the SMS Rescue special link that David has created. The other thing is you can also send them to the highest priced product in their cart, which is a great little feature. So if the value, you want them to buy the highest value, cart value, you can send them to that page as well, and the discount will be automatically in there. Okay, so here's how you do this, and I'm going to do this when you're sending this out, 15 minutes after they haven't purchased, you're going to want to create this so that it's 15 minutes later the first time around, and you're going to want to send them back to their checkout page. So I'm going to hit add in the message, and it's going to create this very special programming code inside of David's system that will send out a small Google link, okay, a goo.gl / whatever. It's going to be a very short link, and it's going to send them directly, text message directly to the user. When they click that link, it's going to take them right back to their checkout page, and they're also going to go directly and get their discount. It's going to be automatically done. Give me a big OMG if you think that's pretty cool, right? That is a hell of a feature, okay? That is a hell of a feature, okay? Very cool stuff, okay? All right, so here's how you set this up, okay? Very, very cool. Here's how you set this up. You're going to go on the bottom, and it's going to say trigger details. We have a couple of different types of triggers for different types of campaigns. This is an abandonment checkout campaign, okay? So an abandonment checkout campaign, you've got order paid campaign, in stock, first visit, these other things, okay? So this is for an abandonment checkout campaign. We're going to keep it to that. We're just going to hit abandonment checkout, and we're going to give it a delay, and you can go in hours and minutes. And I recommend that when it's a abandonment checkout, you keep this to 15 minutes, okay? 15 minutes, okay? Now, if you're selling a product and you're getting a lot of abandonment checkouts, you don't know why. Let's say you're like, Roger, I don't know why, but I get a ton of abandonment checkouts, and people don't seem to want to buy. I don't know what's going on. What you can do is in your messaging here, instead of doing just a straight up like, hey, here's a 20% discount, come and buy from us, you can create a text message that kind of says, hey, what's going on? I've noticed you decided not to complete your purchase, and we need your help. Please tell us the #1 reason you decided not to purchase today. And if you do so, we'll give you a huge coupon discount, okay? So here's the powerful stuff here, okay? Here's a very powerful thing, okay? Inside of the system, you can say, okay, if they reply, you can like hide the discount and make them work for it a little bit. So you could in your first text message say, hey, what's the biggest reason you decided not to purchase today? Please tell us below. And David, if we did that, if I remember you saying something like this, but if they put like a comma or something like that, or a space, or they keep it blank, is there a way that for any message they send through, it's going to send them that coupon on the second message?
Yeah, it's the asterisk. It's wrote just under.
Ah, there we go. Catch all, okay? So to catch all, use a simple keyword like yes. That's what we had set up, I remember now.
So you can use asterisk.
Or this, yes, okay. Yep. Okay. So if you use an asterisk, what's going to happen is anything they respond to, you're going to respond back. And you can then set up another message that says, thank you so much for your honesty. Here's a 25% discount just for giving us your feedback. Okay? So again, you don't have to do a straight like, hey, here's your coupon. Right? You can do a bit of an ask and say, hey, we noticed that you abandoned the cart. What's the #1 reason you decided not to purchase today? And trust me, people will reply, okay? People will reply back and forth, okay? They'll just start sending you text messages. Where do we set up our own phone number, David, in here so that we get the messages on our own phone? Or is that just in broadcasts?
Sorry, I'm not getting it.
I know there's a way to add our own telephone number so that if anyone replies, we get the text directly to our phone.
Yeah, you just have to change the action. Just under, yeah, the action. Nope.
Nope, sorry about that. Action. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, go back at the bottom. It's wrote send SMS. So just click on it, and then you will have the option.
Okay, yes. Okay. Very, very cool. So if you go here and you decide to use, either, okay, so here's what I recommend. So this is what we were testing out when we first started using this, and it was really helpful for our store. So you can do it automated, where it's going to automatically send out a text message. What I do recommend, though, is if you're trying to get information out of people as to why the hell they're not buying from you, what you want to do is you're going to go here and you're going to say forward all replies. And what's going to happen is if you do that, you can click on your country, like I'm in Canada, if you're in the US or whatever, and you can enter in your telephone number. And if you enter your phone number, all replies that are sent back through the system will go to your personal phone so that you can interact with that person. And I do recommend that you do that, okay? I sell, wall art in the $150 a pop. So every single sale means money to us. It's not just a $20 trinket where I'm making $3 profit here. I'm selling I'm making $100 every time someone's saying that they want to purchase one of these. So we use this function, especially in the beginning, to know why people are not buying. And they'll tell you, they'll be like, oh, I just, I didn't really trust the website. The shipping was too much. The items seemed too expensive. I spoke to my husband. He said it was too expensive. Whatever they say, you can then either give them a call and close the sale over the phone, or you can send them a text message and say, hey, I get it. If you think shipping is too expensive, what if I gave you free shipping? Would that help? And then they'll say, yes, it would. And then you just, send them a coupon for free shipping, through text messaging. So this is a great little option. Again, I like this because, again, when you're trying to figure out why the hell people aren't buying from you, I love that, okay? Okay. Give me a big cool in the chat box if you like this option. It's a great way to talk to your customers, guys. It's a great automated way to talk to your customers. I used to do this manually. Every time an abandonment checkout would come in, I would send them a text manually. It would generate tons of sales. It was great, but it was manual work. So I told David, I said, I don't want to do this anymore. We need to figure out a way on how to do this. It does not work for only U.S. customers, Rashad. It works worldwide, right, David?
Exactly.
Worldwide. Okay.
Worldwide.
Just pick your country, enter your telephone number, and it's going to send text. It's going to send those text messages directly to your phone. Okay. It's very cool. Okay. All right, and David, if you can answer some of the questions in the chat box, that'd be great as well. Okay, so Very cool, guys. So when you save this, okay, when you save this, it's going to actually, again, start sending out a text message 15 minutes after, 15 minutes after they have abandoned their checkout, okay? So as soon as they abandon their checkout, 15 minutes later, they're getting this text message from us. All right. Now, that's the one automation that has been crushing it for me is abandoned carts. The other one that's been doing very well for us is after purchase discounts, okay? And this is something I thought of right before Black Friday, and it ended up crushing it, okay? It ended up crushing it. Here's how this works. You go to automation, again, you're gonna create a new campaign. But in this campaign, it's actually going to be after someone is purchased. So here's the idea behind this strategy. When someone purchases, and their credit card is out, they are 5 to 10 times more likely to purchase something else from you if you make them a great deal. And this is very true if you own like wall art or a general store where you have lots of great stuff on there. It is very powerful because it's almost like an upsell. So here's how this works. I'm going to type in, upsell text offer. And in here, I'm going to change this and I'm going to say, hey, first name, thank you for your order. Now, I know you might have seen, other great items in our store. And I wanted to give you an extra 20% off if you wanted to grab something else. Claim this coupon, click, okay, and then I'm going to hit discounts, and I'm going to select a coupon. So let's say this is, this was a 10% off or whatever. And here's what you're going to do. So you're going to go to your store, okay? So I'm in my dummy store here. I'm going to go home. I'm actually just going to go to the URL here. Okay, let me just go to the URL. Okay, so let's say this is our store. If I go to catalog and let's say I want to send them to the catalog feed, so I can copy, okay, anything after the catalog right here, okay, and I can paste that in the software and it's going to send them right here. So let's say that I wanted to, send people to a specific area, like I'm just trying to think here. Let's say I wanted to send them to this remote control car, okay, because it's on a sale or something like that. You can copy this link after your .com URL. You can copy this link, okay, this place in your URL. You can copy it and you can paste it, okay. And if you paste it inside right here, that's where it's going to to send people to. So you can kind of pick and choose where you want to send people to. And if I'm selling, a lot of wall art in the hockey niche, let's say this is, I own a hockey, wall art niche store, I'm just going to send them to my best-selling products. And I'm just going to copy the URL and paste it. You don't need to put in the .com, blah, 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 .com. Just everything after that needs to go in here, okay? If you want to just send them home, if you just want to send them to your actual website, just type this. It's going to send them home. But if you want to enter specifically to like a product page or a catalog page, you can do so by copying everything after the .com. Okay? So this is going to create a 10% off coupon. We're going to hit, hit the save button. And now what's going to happen is, I'm not even going to do a delay here. I'm going to send this right after they've paid. So as soon as they've paid, I'm going to say thank you for your order. Now I know you might have seen other great items in our store, and I wanted to give you an extra 20% off if you wanted to grab something else. Claim this coupon, click, and then they click there and they go, and the coupon's going to be automatically set up into their system. Okay, so if I do that and I save, it's going to automatically do that. And you're going to get sales from that because people see other items in your store and they're like, oh, it's a little bit too expensive. When they see this great, 20% coupon, they're going to jump at it like you would not believe, okay? So those are 2 ways that I have been able to do this and absolutely crush it, okay? David is doing his best to answer the questions in the chat, guys, if you have some technical stuff, okay? All right, so guys, is this pretty cool? Write down cool in the chat box. Upselling through text messaging works. It just works, okay? They're buyers. They've bought something. As soon as you make them a great offer, they cannot resist it, and they purchase, okay? It's human nature. It's how we all are, okay? This is brilliant. This is brilliant, says Jay. Very cool. I know I wrote down 20% in the coupon, but it's save 10. I just wanted to, again, you can do whatever. You guys get the gist here, Kathleen. Yes. How is the 10% coupon changed? So again, I would just create another coupon in here, okay, inside of my store called, buyer 20 as a coupon, and then I would use buyer 20 on all of my upsell text messages that are sending out, and I would use that coupon here when I'm setting it up, okay? So if I hit save, it's then going to send that coupon to everyone who's purchased. As soon as they buy, they're going to get a text message with a great offer, a great deal. Okay. All right, the last thing I need to cover here as far as the SMS rescue application is going to be the broadcast, and that is going to be very, very quick for you guys. So what are broadcasts? Well, broadcasts are broadcasts. When you want to send out a broadcast to, either your buyers, your abandonment carts, things like that. So the broadcasting feature is very powerful, okay? Now, let me show you how this works. You're going to go to broadcast, and then you're going to hit send broadcast, and this very cool thing is going to come up. So it's going to say, hey, do you want to send your broadcast to your subscribers? Who did we say were subscribers, guys? Who are subscribers, right? Subscribers are buyers or people that we uploaded manually, okay, from a CSV file. Okay, so those are subscribers. They're not abandonment checkouts. That's this other tab. So if you wanted to, you could say, okay, I'm going to send a broadcast to all my subscribers. Okay, so all the people who've bought from me or have uploaded as a CSV file. So if I hit that, it brings me to the same screen, and I can do the same thing. I type in the broadcast name, type in my broadcast. I can add in a discount. Okay, I can add an action if they reply. Okay, so if they reply to the message, I can say, hey, write yes if you want a great discount on our website. If they write yes, you can send them a rebuttal text message. I usually just send them a text message with a deal or a discount. Or if you want, you can also forward all the replies. So if any replies come through, you can just do this little, this little thing here and enter your telephone number. Okay, if I go to Canada, because I'm in Canada. So every reply that comes in, I get them on my cell phone. Because, and I want you guys to activate this when you do broadcast or anything else, because you'll get people saying, hey, I like your 20% discount, but one of the things I get all the time is, oh, I love your discount, but I'm trying to use my Discover card and it won't work. I can't, you guys don't accept Discover. And I just reply, yeah, just choose PayPal as a payment option, and then pay by credit card through PayPal. They accept Discover. Shopify Payments does not accept Discover. So you'll realize that all these, they're going to text you back and tell you why they can't buy right now, what's going on in their lives, things like that. So it's pretty cool to see, why people aren't buying on your website. It's very powerful to do that. So I like to see, I get text messages all day, but I like to see what's going on. Maybe my site is down, maybe something's not working. So I just like to be on top of that, 24/7. So I like to see it. Okay, so it's a great option. And here's a cool thing. Okay, so remember when we upload a CSV file, or when we synchronize our buyers into the subscribers list, we were able to add a tag. Okay, a tag, and tag these people. Well, here's where you would enable the tag. So I could say, I only want to send text messages to people who are in the U.S. Or Canada or Australia, or anyone who has a tag. And if you created a tag, which we didn't here because I didn't save the campaign, actually we did, sorry. But if I type in the tag name, it's only going to send a text message to people who were tagged with a very specific tag. So let's say I use ClickFunnels. Let's say you use ClickFunnels and you're giving away a free product and you're asking for name and phone number, okay? And you're trying to generate leads of telephone numbers through ClickFunnels. Well, you could, through ClickFunnels, download your CSV file with all your leads and then upload them into SMS Rescue and tag them as, free contest leads. And then what happens when you go here and you go, free contest leads, you can just send a broadcast to your free contest leads, to your buyers, to your subscribers. So you can kind of split these up and be able to send out messages directly to people based on based on their tag. And someone says, do broadcast cost us credits? Absolutely. Every time you send out a text message, it costs money. Not just us that we're charging you, but in general, when you're sending out a text message through a platform, it costs money. Okay, so it does. So, great question. Someone says, how do we train our clients to do this? You can actually, charge them, to manage their campaign. Charge them a monthly fee, $297, $197, and you manage the whole thing. Or you get them to watch this replay. You can give them a copy of this replay. We're going to set something up in the dashboard, okay, for resellers, okay, as well. All right, so that's one kind of broadcast. If I click on broadcast and I go back and I click on send broadcast, now here's the second type of broadcast, which is abandoned checkout broadcast. This one has made me a small fortune in the last couple of weeks because I keep banging my abandoned checkouts every few days. And they can, it says to unsubscribe, hit stop. So if they're not unsubscribing, it's because they obviously want to hear back from me. So here's what you can do. You can go and say, hey, I just want yesterday's and today's, abandonment checkouts to be text messaged, or I want the last 7 days. Okay. During Black Friday, I was doing 90 days, and actually, I think I was even doing the whole thing. Okay, all time. I'm sending text messages to my subscribers, okay? So you can do that. You can choose 7 days, 30 days, 90 days, and then you just do the same. Enter your broadcast name, enter your message, enter your checkout URL, and then your reply action if you want, again, when they reply, if you want it to go to your phone number. Same thing here, okay? Same thing. So guys, this is the general overview. It's pretty simple. I mean, we've made this very simple to use. Yes, okay, great question. All right, so that's basically it. In automation, you can create abandonment checkouts, you can create upsell checkouts. In broadcast, you can send broadcast to your subscribers, send broadcast to your abandonment checkouts. Here you've got your subscribers. You can upload subscribers by CSV. You can synchronize subscribers based on buyers by clicking import and synchronize Shopify customers. You can see a list of activities, what's going on here, okay, what the heck's going on. All right, one of the last things that I wanted to share with you guys is another very powerful thing inside of automation, okay? So here's the scenario. Someone abandons their cart, they get a text message within 15 minutes. Well, that's not enough. You should be creating, getting them to, just one text message usually doesn't do it. You might need 2 or 3 text messages, reminders, hey, your coupon is expiring. Hey, you need to buy now. You need to light that fire under their ass, so they say. So here's a great thing that David has created. Watch very carefully, okay? So we're going to click on Create Campaign. And here's where this gets very interesting. So if I look at trigger details right here, I can say campaign chains. Okay, it's going to create a chain of events, not just one event, but a chain of events. So if I click on campaign chains, okay, and I'm going to click my abandoned carts campaign, okay, the one that we have, the normal one, which is 15 minutes later. Well, here you can create another campaign that has a delay of, let's say, I don't know, 24 hours. Okay? So after it's sent the first text message, 15 minutes after, if they don't purchase after that, after 24 hours, it's going to send another text message. So in here, you would say, okay, you would call this abandon 24-hour reminder, okay? And then here, you would say, hey, first name, you still haven't used your 20% discount. This discount, will expire within the next 24 hours. You must hurry if you want to save. Click here now. Okay? And then you're going to add in the checkout URL. You're going to grab your Save 20 coupon, and you're going to add it in the message. So when I save this, okay, it's going to actually send out another reminder 24 hours after the first reminder. And you can create as many as you want here. So maybe you want to set up another one at the 20-hour mark, okay, set up a number, another automation, and click on chained, campaign chained, and then you would pick, the abandonment cart's 24-hour one, and you would create one 20 hours later that says, hey, by the way, in 4 hours, this coupon expires, okay? Just to light the fire under there, you know what, okay? So give me an OMG in the chat box if you think that's downright just absolutely bloody brilliant, okay? Yeah, this is crazy. This is where, no other text messaging platform for Shopify does this. This is crazy. So you can create almost like an autoresponder campaign, guys. You can do the same thing for buyers. So you can give them, you can set up 15 text messages for the next 15 weeks, and you don't have to touch it ever again. And this thing's just texting out, great discounts and great deals, and it's working for you on a weekly basis. So it's genius. Genius, genius, genius. Okay? All right. Very cool. You can set up expiry discounts in Shopify. You might have to look at that. I don't expire them. If they want to use them later, it's fine. Don't tell anyone. All right. All right. So that is, David, I don't know if you've been listening or not. Is there anything else major that I might have forgotten here in the dashboard? Is there anything else that just on text messaging? I don't want to get into the other widgets there with the chat or anything like that. But as far as text messaging goes, did I cover pretty much everything here?
Yep.
If you guys have any types of questions, things like that, rewatch this replay. We're going to send you guys an email with the replay in the next little bit. Rewatch the replay. It's going to answer 90% of your questions. You can pause, you can fast forward, rewind, watch the replay. And guys, this is absolutely an amazing platform. I want to thank David. He has put absolute immense hours in this software. It is the dream software for every e-commerce marketer. Let's give David a big round of applause. Say thank you, David. David, thanks for everything. We really appreciate it. I know you've been working like a workhorse for the last 3 months, so I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, gang, and I hope you will appreciate the software, and it's only a beginning.
Awesome stuff. So, guys, lots of changes coming. We want to work on the analytics a little bit so we can, have a little bit of a better analytics, being able to show you guys some better stats. But lots of great stuff coming with this application. It's a long-term application for us. And thank you so much for your purchase. Watch the replay. I answer 90% of your questions in the replay. You'll be able to see it, pause, and rewind. So, guys, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care.